What's up, guys? It's Motico here, and in this video, I want to show you a Madness Unchained run. So, I am trying to develop a strategy for our current meta for the next tower event. Um, Now, what is this strategy? Basically, what I'm doing is I'm using Vanilla Fang with a Heartful Egg, Haste, and Pixie. And the idea is that you lock out your elements with Pixie to gain Heart Orbs, and then you use Haste to raise your actions so that you can do 3 autos, 3 attacks, and then at the end of your 3 attacks, figure out how you want to spend your remaining 3 actions. You could either do 2 auto attacks and a drive, or 2 auto attacks and then another icy brand. There's a lot of flexibility, but basically, what you don't want to ever do is do 1 attack by itself. There might be an instance or two where I do that here, simply because this is one of the earlier versions of my attempts, and I don't quite have everything 100% polished in this particular run. Um, but as you notice here, the cockatrice goes down real easy, guys. So I looked up the stats on Ultima for the boss, the Omega boss. At level 50, he only has um, like 12,000 hit points, or 12 to 15,000 hit points, or something like that. And then it progressively gets larger, but he never really gets any more than like 30, 35,000 hit points, okay? And if your Lucille brands are hitting for like 5k a piece, that really only means you're going to need like 2, maybe 3 turns of of Vanilla and Fangs to the dome. Um, Honestly, like the hardest part about playing this setup is actually setting up for your burst turns. Um, Basically, what you want to try to do is you want to try to get your resistances up before you use Pixie, and then you use Pixie and use your regular attacks to get your orbs, and then just straight nuke from there. You pretty much always start out your turn with 3 auto attacks, and then figure out what you're going to do after that. Now, as you notice, Adamant Terrapin is a high defense, high hit point monster, and he's still taking a lot of damage from Vanilla and Fang, okay? I'm still able to kill him. And even though he's doing a tremendous amount of damage to me, I still kill him faster than he can kill me. Now, if this fight gets dragged out for a long, extended period of time, I'm going to run into some problems. But as it stands right now, I'm still able to get him down in a fairly timely manner, and in a manner at which, it's the fight is doable. Another thing is that the clutch abilities of Black Mage really help in aiding in the fight, as well as the ultimate. Both are very key abilities. The reason why the clutch abilities are so important is because it gives you access to faith without having to bring a faith card, okay? So if you let yourself kind of dip low and then bring yourself back up, um, and then use your ultimate at opportune times when you're low on orbs, then this strategy is definitely doable, guys. So I ran into some problems with the Lich boss. The Lich boss was a little bit challenging at first because I didn't know when his swaps were going to take place. I think I went into it at one point. At one of my attempts, I went into it with my Ice Force up, and I had no ability to drive Earth Orbs at first, so that way, I'd take less damage, and he ended up killing me because of that. So that was on my first attempt. After that, I kind of got a feel for what I needed to do, and the Lich was a lot easier. I believe this is one of the attempts where I die, but eventually I get it to the point where I can get past Lich without a problem. The Dahaka boss at the very end was really the crux, and the reason why I wasn't able to go very far as I probably should have and clear this instance. I think if I would have had the 4-star version of Haste and the 4-star version of Pixie, then I should have been able to do the Dahaka boss without very much problems. But as it stands, I only have the ghetto version of Haste basically, and a 3-star Pixie. Anyways, guys, so if you're interested in doing this strategy, let me know in the comments below. As you can see, it's very, very effective, and I really do feel strongly that that it's going to be something that is an option for those of you who don't want to sit there and do the same old poo-poo tower strategy. I'm sure there's going to be people who do that, and they'll probably be reasonably successful, but I just wanted to try something new, something different, and kind of break through the meta just a little bit and showcase how powerful haste really is in single player right now. So that's really the main reason why I'm doing this, because there's still a lot of naysayers out there in terms of haste, and I really don't feel like it's justified. Now, here's where I die. I almost had this fight done on one of my first attempts, and even though he's in ice form right now, I'm still able to do a fair amount of damage to him through his resistances. If you'd like to see a Lich fight, I'll show you that real fast. So let me kind of, you saw basically almost to the end. Let me just show you the end real fast so that I can show you that I actually did kill him. He turns into ice and I just keep nuking through. Okay, where's the end of this fight? Here we go. This is where I kind of finish the fight. And get everything done. Now you'll notice my hit points do drop pretty low at certain points, and occasionally, you know, I do find it to be semi-difficult. But as you'll note, he swaps back to Earth here. I cast Ice Force, get my hit points back up, and then I draw some orbs, and I'm able to nuke him down. And that's pretty much how I got Lich down. And eventually I got it to the point where I was getting to the Dahaka every single fight. It just took a lot of practice with the composition to be good at it. But I'm not going to show you this because I end up dying. I'll show you. I think I do manage to get him fairly low before I die, but I do die because of ill omens. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions about this strategy and you'd like to try and use it or implement it for whatever you feel like doing, then let me know. I definitely have to credit the Japanese players. I've been watching a lot of their videos, and they're really the ones who came up with this. So I have to credit them for the idea, but this is kind of my interpretation of it and my take on it given the current meta. And so, you know, I kind of came up with this particular version of the strategy. Anyways, I'll see you guys next video. Hope you enjoy.